A soccer ball. It all starts as just an idea, really. Designers, you see, they begin by pondering what the new ball will look like. They use computers to draw up a special pattern. This pattern, well, it's made up of many small shapes. Most soccer balls, they use shapes like hexagons and pentagons. You know, these shapes fit together perfectly to make a round ball. And the design, it's very important. It helps the ball fly straight and true when it's kicked. So designers make sure the pattern is just right before the real work begins. The plan, it's saved on a computer and sent to the factory. Next up, big rolls of material are prepared. This material, it's not real leather. It's a special kind of plastic called synthetic leather. This stuff, it's strong and can handle many kicks. It's also great for playing in the rain because it doesn't soak up water. Big machines, they pull the synthetic leather flat. The material comes in layers, and each layer has a job. The top layer, it's for looks and feel. The layers underneath, they give the ball its strength and bounce. This material, it's the skin of the soccer ball. Now it's time to cut the pieces, which are called panels. A machine uses the computer design to cut the synthetic leather. It works like a cookie cutter, really. The machine presses down hard on the material and cuts out the exact shapes needed for the ball. For a classic ball, it'll cut 20 hexagons and 12 pentagons, making 32 panels in total. All the panels, they must be the same size. If not, the ball won't be perfectly round. The cut panels, they're collected in neat stacks. After cutting, every panel is checked. Workers, they look at each piece very carefully to make sure there are no mistakes. The edges, they must be clean and smooth. And the size, it must be perfect. Any panel that's not quite right is put aside. Only the best panels, they're used to make a soccer ball. This step, it's very important for making a high-quality ball that will last a long time. Once the panels pass inspection, they're ready for the next step. They're ready to get their colors and designs. So the plain white panels, they're now ready for some color. They head to a special printing room. In this room, machines add logos, stripes, and other cool designs. The process, it's a bit like screen printing a t-shirt. A screen with a design is placed over a panel, and ink is pushed through the screen onto the material. Each color, it gets its own screen and is printed one at a time. This is how the ball gets the name of the brand or the logo of a big tournament. The ink used for printing, it's very special. It has to be bright and colorful, and it also needs to be very strong. This ink, it can't rub off when the ball is kicked around in the mud or grass. After the colors are printed, the panels are sent through a big oven. The heat, it dries the ink very quickly and helps the ink stick to the panel permanently. This ensures that beautiful designs will stay on the ball for a long time, no matter how much it's played with. The colorful panels, they look bright and exciting. Before the panels are sewn together, they get one more treatment. The edges of each panel, they might be folded over slightly. This makes the seam stronger when the ball is put together. For some types of balls, a special glue is applied to the edges. This is for balls that are not stitched, but are bonded together with heat. This preparation, it's a very careful job, and it helps make sure the seams of the finished ball are strong and tight. A strong seam means the ball will keep its shape. Every panel is now decorated and ready. They're organized into sets. Each set has all the pieces needed to make one soccer ball. The workers, they count the hexagons and pentagons to make sure each set is complete. Having all the right pieces ready makes the next step, which is assembly, go much more smoothly. The colorful stacks of panels, they're a beautiful sight. They are the puzzle pieces that are about to become a familiar soccer ball ready for a game. Now the panels, they must be joined to form the ball's outer shell. There are two main ways to do this, stitching or thermobonding. For many balls, the panels are sewn together by hand. Skilled workers, they use long, strong needles and thick polyester thread. They stitch the panels together from the inside out. This is very hard work and takes a lot of skill. The stitches, they must be very tight and even. This method, it creates a very durable ball with strong seams that are easy to feel. The stitching process, it's amazing to watch. A worker takes one panel and starts stitching it to another. They follow the pattern, adding one panel at a time. As they add more panels, the ball starts to take shape. They sew and sew until almost all the panels are connected. They leave a small opening, with just one panel left to be stitched. This final opening, it's very important. It's the hole where the ball's inner part will be inserted. The ball, it looks floppy and inside out at this stage. Another modern way to join panels is called thermobonding. Thermo means heat. Instead of sewing, the panels are joined using heat and glue. The panels with glue already on their edges are placed carefully inside a special round mold. The mold is then closed and heated up. The heat, it melts the glue, and pressure inside the mold presses the panels tightly together. This creates a ball with no stitches. The seams, they're very smooth, which helps the ball fly more predictably and absorb less water. Once the panels are stitched or bonded, the ball is turned right side out. A worker reaches into the small opening and carefully pulls the ball through. Suddenly, the colorful designs are on the outside where they belong. The ball now looks like a soccer ball, but it's flat and empty. The next important part is the bladder. The bladder, it's a soft rubber bag that goes inside the ball. It's what holds the air. A worker, they carefully fold the bladder and push it inside the ball through the last opening. With the bladder inside, it's time to finish the ball. The last panel, it's carefully stitched or sealed into place. This is done with great precision to make sure the final seam is just as strong as all the others. Now the ball is fully enclosed, but it's still flat. A worker inserts a long needle from an air pump into a tiny self-sealing hole called a valve. Air is pumped into the bladder, and the ball inflates. It becomes firm and round, finally looking and feeling like a real soccer ball. The ball, it's not ready yet. It must pass many tests. First, it's checked for its weight and size. Machines measure it to make sure it's perfectly round. Then, it's put into a special machine that bounces it over and over again. This tests how well it keeps its shape. Another machine shoots the ball against a wall many times to make sure the seams and panels are strong. They even test it to see if it soaks up too much water. Only the balls that pass all these tests can be sold. After passing the tests, the balls get a final cleaning. Workers, they wipe them down to make them shiny and new. Any extra threads, they're clipped off. They look perfect. Some balls might be slightly deflated before they're packaged. This makes them easier to ship in boxes. It saves space. When you buy the ball, you might need to pump a little more air into it to get it ready for a game. This is normal and helps protect the ball during its journey to the store. Finally, the soccer balls are ready for their new homes. They're placed in boxes or wrapped in plastic. The packages protect them on their trip to stores all around the world. From the factory, they travel on trucks, ships, and airplanes. Soon, they'll be on the shelf of a store, waiting for someone to pick them up. From a simple design and flat pieces of material, a brand new soccer ball is made. It's now ready for the field, ready for a game, and ready to be kicked.